Hey guys, it's us again. We're back this time for some phase 4 tips and tricks to help you get through these next couple weeks.
Alright, so as you all know, we're going to stage 4, which has no carbs. I know, it's so sad, but don't fret. We have some great options to keep you going throughout the day. And we're giving you extra fruit. Yay, fruit!
Woo-hoo!
So we're going to talk about how to incorporate that fruit and also how to satisfy that sweet tooth. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to make mug cake. We posted this on Facebook the other day. It came out really scrumptious. Only need a few ingredients, so follow with me here as I put it together. First thing we're going to do is mash up half a banana. Get it all mashed. Add that to my mug. Following along on my recipe here, you need 1 egg. Next up, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. We got unsweetened here. Try my spoon off. 1, 2. Next up, 1 tablespoon of max protein powder. We're going with the chocolate. To the bottom here. Should just be 1, but I didn't fill it all the way. 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. So Jen and Rob told me they wanted more peanut butter in this one, so I'm going to actually up this to 2 teaspoons of peanut butter, organic. 1. Get my knife. 2. What do we got next? 1 tablespoon cashew milk, unsweetened, everybody's fave. The new craze. Do this over the sink so I don't spill it. And what else is left? A little vanilla extract, just a splash of that. And sprinkle in some cinnamon. I'm going to mix this all together in my mug cake. Get it into a nice, like, kind of like a brownie consistency, if you will. Make sure all the peanut butter is mixed in there nice, the mashed banana is good, the yolks all beaten, no chunks. I don't know how the person that doesn't like chocolate got stuck on this one, but that's the way it happened. Alright, there it is. It's gonna go in the microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Off we go. And I'll be right back to show you what the finished product is. Alright, here's our mug cake. Let's pop it out. Don't burn yourself like that. Take a knife. There we are. Mug cake. You can get creative, drizzle a little peanut butter on it. Get fancy with it. Quick snack for your sweet tooth.
Hey guys, it's Rob here. We're going to talk about cauliflower, one of my favorites, and it's going to become one of your favorites for phase 4 too. The recipe I'm going to show you today is for a nice simple buffalo cauliflower. As you guys know, I use my treat meal most of the time. Sunday, I got myself some of those buffalo wings, but when I really have a craving during the week, I go for buffalo cauliflower. So, I got this cauliflower all chopped up into wing-sized pizzas. I just cut it up there. I'm going to throw it into this Ziploc baggie to make everything nice and simple, so we're just going to take some. Don't worry guys, I washed my hands before. So we're just going to throw it all into this nice baggie. This is a nice, simple recipe. Now there's 2 different ways to make this. On a fat day, I like to throw in some organic butter, about a tablespoon of organic butter to coat these wings. But we're going to pretend it's a no-fat day today. No fat, no carb. So we're just going to use a little bit of an olive oil spray. So we're going to take this spray, shake it up a little bit. We're going to spray inside the bag. We want to have enough just to, get everything evenly coated. So we want to toss it around. get that stuff to stick nice and good. So we're just going to spray it around a little, toss everything around. Then, nice simple, you're going to take a hot sauce of your liking. I take Frank's Red Hot, nice and easy, just cayenne peppers, vinegar, salt, and some garlic. So all nice and compliant. You're going to make sure everything is nice and coated. This is going to go way too slow for me, so I'm going to unscrew the cap. Going to just throw on some of that nice hot sauce. And then you're just going to season it to taste. I like to use a little bit of garlic powder. Some nice fresh ground pepper. And just a little bit of salt. Then I take that bag, seal it on up. I'm going to mix it on up, see if I put enough stuff in here. If not, I could always add a little bit more hot sauce. This is looking good though. Looks like I got enough here. Make sure everything's nice and coated. Then I grab myself a cookie sheet. I've already lined it with some tin foil. Again, we're going to just spray it with a little bit of that olive oil spray. I sprayed some already, but let's get a little more so that we don't stick. And just open up that cauliflower and that buffalo mixture. Let it come out nice. Let's pour a little bit of that extra sauce on. I like them nice and extra saucy. There it is. There's that sauce. And we have that oven preheated. We have it preheating right now to 425. We're going to cook it for about 18 to 20 minutes. You're just going to kind of check on them and see if they get nice and crispy. So let's throw them into the oven. Let's make sure everything's spread nice and evenly. And we're just going to throw them into the oven and wait.
So Rob, your buffalo cauliflower bites are in the oven. Tell me some other ways you can use cauliflower.
Right, so like I said before, cauliflower is going to become your best friend on this stage. Obviously, buffalo cauliflower bites, they're cooking right now. They could be used as a main course. But some other cool things you could do with cauliflower are cauliflower mashed, one of my absolute favorites. Cut up cauliflower in bite-sized pieces, just like the ones you've seen before. I like to take a pot on the stove and just boil that cauliflower. You could do it in water, but I like to use chicken stock and a little bit of fresh garlic to kind of infuse it with those flavors. When it gets to, a soft-like consistency, I'm going to throw it into a bad boy just like this, throw it into a blender, add a little bit of almond milk just so that it gets to a creamy, almost like a mashed potato consistency, and that is a wonderful side dish. Now, on those days that you have no carbs, no fats, it's a great way to kind of just, incorporate a side dish with your main course. On those fat days, I like to throw a little bit of organic butter in there. Really got to taste like mashed potatoes. One other super cool thing, there are these cauliflower croquettes that are amazing. One of Jen's members in Staten Island actually provided us with a recipe. It is absolutely awesome, and I will make sure to pin it in the files section of the Facebook for you guys. So, with that being said, I think our buffalo cauliflower is just about done. So let's take a quick peek at it. I did almost burn the house down before this. But it looks perfect.
Smells yummy.
So there you go. You're going to let it cool a little and eat it just like a buffalo wing. Another thing that I would post, there is a creamy cashew dipping sauce that's kind of similar to a ranch or blue cheese. And by kind of similar, I mean not really. But it cuts the spice and it does the trick. So buffalo cauliflower, cauliflower mash, cauliflower croquettes, all great things that have no carbs and sometimes minimal fats.
Hi Maxers, so we are on stage 4. I know we talked about earlier how we are going down to 0 carbs. I know it sounds like a very, very, very scary thing, but don't fear. I have some great suggestions, starting with zucchini. So you're probably wondering, Jen, what are you going to do with this zucchini? Well, what we're going to do is, if you guys haven't seen this awesome little contraption, this thing is called the veggetti, tomato. I don't really know how you say it. It's about $15, I believe, at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's really great. There's two different sides of it. There's a thinner side and a thicker side where you basically what you're going to do is you're going to make noodles out of this zucchini. So you're going to take the top off. I usually go on the thinner side with this, and you're just going to start to spin the zucchini in through the spaghetti. And as you probably notice, it is now making what some people call them zoodles. Yes, zoodles, everybody. So I'm going to keep going through this, and before you know it, I'm going to have you see what the next step is going to be. All right, everyone. So I've taken that zucchini that you saw before. Remember, I didn't take the skin off of it. This is what it's going to look like. Actually look like noodles that are made from the zucchini. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take some of our Pam, the extra virgin olive oil. I don't usually like to waste the fat on this, so I'd rather lightly spray the pan just to make sure that the zoodles aren't going to stick to it. And then I usually put it on like a low to medium heat. I'll take the zoodles, put them in the pan, and then what I'll do next is I only like to season it lightly with a little bit of garlic powder. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on top. Yes, I may say more than a little lightly. I do like that garlic. I apologize to my husband, but love garlic. I'm just going to sprinkle a little more. And then I'm going to take a little bit of salt, just lightly sprinkle that on. And then a little bit of that pepper. Again, if you want to season it with other things, you could do onion powder, or you could just leave them plain if you want, just salt and pepper. That's fine. So again, you can cook these to whatever consistency you want. I always just like to make sure that I am stirring them through to make sure that the seasoning that I got on top is thoroughly going through the zoodles. And then I'll just let it cook down for a little while. Everyone's going to have their own texture that they like, just like pasta. Some people like it al dente. So again, just keep an eye on it because they can potentially get pretty mushy if you leave them too long. But they're a great idea for those this no carb stage, and especially for those days that you don't have any fat. This will be perfect for you guys. So I hope everyone enjoys.
Can use it with tomato sauce too, right?
Yep, you can use it with tomato sauce. So if you do have that compliant tomato sauce that you either make or you buy, you just, again, put some a little bit on top. And we're also going to be making a almond chicken later on.
So my East Brunswick members, you know my favorite thing in the entire world is pancakes, but I cannot eat pancakes in the middle of the week. So a good healthy substitution for those is protein pancakes. It's super easy, a great way to take advantage of your fruits, and pretty quick to make. So I'm going to make them here for you now. So first up, we have our banana. You need to mash one banana. This recipe will include one fruit. Take that, mash that up in your bowl. I actually have, I don't know why I didn't think of this, I'm not sure. It's not here. Here we are. It's 4 potatoes, but you can use it on your banana. Mash it up. Half a cup of liquid egg whites. We're going to do just about 1 scoop of protein powder. I go a little bit less. You can sprinkle in some different spices. I'm going to use some cinnamon. You can get creative, like I was doing pumpkin pie spice in the fall. You could do like a nutmeg or something like that. Going to mix it all together. Try to get some of those big chunks out. Over here, I have this really great pan that I ordered. Hello, Google. It's called the Perfect Pancake Pan. It makes it really easy for me to make these. It's 4 slots. The liquid fills it exactly. Like this. We're going to go over like low to medium heat. Make sure you spray them so it doesn't get stuck. And then I disperse the mixture in each of these slots. Should fill it pretty close to exact. Try not to make a mess. Oh, clumpy. Oh boy. butter. Get it in all of them. Just about there. Gonna close this. We're gonna go a couple minutes on one side and then we will flip them in a few when they brown. They're about ready to flip, a little golden on the other side. So holding this thing tight, we flip them. Spread them a little bit. Now we spend a couple minutes on this side, that low medium heat, and I'll get back to you with the finished product. The pancakes are about done. It's a couple minutes on each side, low medium heat. You want to make sure that they're fairly brown. I look like I burnt the one side here. Get them on my plate. It's not going to be like actual pancake fluffy like that, but it does have that kind of consistency, a little bit similar. There they are, 4 of them. This is going to count as 1/3 to 2/3 protein, depending on how much egg white and protein powder you put in it. 1 fruit. Another way to take care of your extra fruits that you're getting in stage 4. So along with that mug cake and these protein pancakes, hopefully you have some ideas to incorporate those fruits.
Hi Maxers, it's me again. So now we're going to go on to a really great compliant chicken dish that I think is great for those no carb meals now that we're going to. So what I'm actually going to do is, I created this a while back. It's chicken cutlets. Yes, I said it. We do have a compliant chicken cutlet recipe. So what I did was I took almond meal. So right here on this plate you have a 1/4 cup almond meal or almond flour. They go by both the same name. It's one and the same item, okay? I seasoned it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and parsley, okay? Now, as far as taking the chicken cutlets and breading it, there's 2 different options. You can take egg whites. You probably only need 1 egg white, to be honest with you. Scramble it up in a bowl and coat the chicken cutlet before you coat it in the almond flour. But what I noticed when you do that is that the almond flour gets really clumpy, and you tend to use a lot more of the almond flour per chicken cutlet. So the 1/4 cup goes a long way without the actual egg white. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your egg whites, make sure that you've coated it on both sides with the almond flour mixture that I have here. And what I've also done in the meantime is I've taken a sheet pan, I've lined it with tin foil, and I've also sprayed it again with that olive oil spray that we have that Pam makes. And then you're just going to line the pan throughout once you get done with the whole entire mixture. And also what I've done is I've preheated the oven to 350. You could also do it at 325. Usually it'll take about 20 minutes once you line the whole pan. Once I've gotten all of the chicken cutlets on here, I usually take some of that Pam's olive oil spray and I'll just lightly spray the top of it just to try to get it to crisp up a little bit. So you'll be able to see this in the next few minutes. Alright you guys, so the timer's gone off for our chicken cutlets. We have them all ready and done. This was about after 20 minutes, I would say, and these should be all cooked up. I prefer to use the thinner cutlets. I think what I forgot to tell you guys before was that that 1/4 cup of almond flour that I used, a 1/4 cup equals 1 fat. So basically all this chicken that you see is 1 serving of fat. So if hypothetically you spread this out between everyone in the family, everyone had its own piece, each one would be less than that. It would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'd have, each one would be 1/6 of a fat, which in my opinion is kind of small. So I would actually kind of count it as a negligible fat. But if you have more than that, then obviously you'd add it up to be a little bit more. But again, all this is 1 serving of fat. So before we had our zoodles. So this is them cooked down. So again, I always just lay it down like it's a bed of pasta. This is actually Mickey's plate, so she's going to get to enjoy.
Woohoo!
And I'm just going to lay here 2 pieces of chicken. Mickey, would you like 2 pieces of chicken?
2 pieces, please.
All right, so I'm going to lay these little 2 cutlets right here on the top. And we were talking about earlier about some awesome compliant
Go ahead.
red sauces. So we actually use, I don't know if I'm saying it right, it's Rao's or Rouse, I'm not sure, but the point is, it's very, very delicious. It's very clean. Really, the only thing that's in this is like tomatoes, olive oil, carrots, salt, celery, and basil. So very, very, very basic. So again, you're just going to take that tomato sauce and just lightly drizzle it on top. And you're all set to eat.
Yummo.
And again, remember, this is great for that Sunday dinner. If you didn't want to actually participate in it, you can make your little zoodles, your chicken cutlets, and you're all set to go. Enjoy.
Fire! 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 Fire!